Hello, everybody, and welcome here to the Wine with Jimmy channel. I'm very, very happy that you have clicked by, and welcome to the channel, which focuses on wine education for everyone, but really focuses specifically at helping those of you studying in greater detail wine to help you with your forthcoming impending examinations. So I go through key text and key syllabus to help you with your understanding of the world of wine. With any of this, please do leave your comments. If you have a comment about the specific country that we're looking at, Argentina here, grape varieties, your favorites, favorite food and wine pairing, have you been to the region? Or maybe you have questions about the syllabus and specific key points that I am conveying in these videos. Make sure you click like and subscribe as well. So this is actually video 2 of 4 on Argentina. Looking at the grape varieties in play, so 2 key grape varieties, which we would call signature grape varieties, that's Malbec and Torrontés, and then lots of auxiliary grape varieties, other ones which they won't tend to focus on too much in the examinations. So this is a free video. Any videos from this video, that's videos 3 and 4 on the regions of Argentina, are only available to those of you who subscribe to my e-learning platform, where there's lots of extra goodies, exclusive video content, ad-free, plus things like multiple choice questions, flashcards, and lots of short written questions, and even maps. So, of course, the first area which we must focus on, because it can be a part of an examination, is the grape variety Malbec. So Malbec is certainly the flagship grape variety of Argentina. The country has the largest plantings of this grape variety worldwide. So that's quite significant, and many people around the world think it's from Argentina. Of course, the origins place it in southwest France. Now, it tends to make deeply coloured, full-bodied wines with black fruit and often quite high, ripe but smooth levels of tannins. A number of winemakers are working with it in a more elegant way, and what I mean by that is extracting less intensively to create more delicate or lighter expressions. Most high-quality Malbecs are matured in new oak, or a combination of new and old oak, but it will be oak, which of course is expensive, and this adds more character to the wine, allowing oxidation, so potential softening of those tannins, and adding things like subtle spicy characteristics. Now, Argentinian producers have typically grown Malbec extensively in every wine region of the country. So it is a grape variety which is ubiquitous with Argentina. And, of course, with all those climate and topographical differences, geological differences, altitude, latitude, comes a varying amount of styles across the regions of Malbec. As you'll see on your slide there, generally those at lower altitudes will be sort of 600, 700, 800 meters, typically in places such as Mendoza, around the city itself, will be fuller bodied with richer black fruit. Those from higher altitudes, maybe 900, 1000, 1100 and even above, will tend to have the sort of an elegance, a freshness to them, floral compounds, higher acids, but also potentially higher tannin levels. Malbec is often mostly a varietal. It's done exceptionally well in the international market, but it also plays a leading role, a star in the show, with some premium blends being blended into Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, and also things like Petit Verdot. The secondary black grape variety is Bonarda. It is late ripening and it produces deeply coloured grapes with very high levels of acid and tannin. Some would say those tannins are often rustic. And what we mean by those is they're not soft and ripe, they might be a bit grippy, drying, and even sometimes astringent. When grown at very high yields, Bonarda makes easy drinking wines with medium to deep colour and full of brambly fruit, raspberry and blackberry. When you control those yields, the fruit can ripen fully and it can produce wines of better concentration and structure. Most of the fruit is from Mendoza, but also just north of Mendoza in San Juan. There are other varieties. Look out for the international list, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah and Merlot. And there are also smaller amounts of Tempranillo, Pinot Noir and others. The premium wines will tend to have good character, ripe concentration and toasty oak. The principal white grape variety, certainly signature, is Torrontés. Widely planted in Salta, specifically Cafayate, La Rioja, San Juan and Mendoza. Many of the best examples come from the high altitude zones in the north of the country, that is the Salta province, specifically around Cafayate. Now, most of the wines will have fruity floral perfume, medium bodied, medium acid with stone fruits and melon. But they're much more fresher from areas like Salta in the north, and they're less fresher, more alcoholic and less aromatic in, say, lower altitude zones. Now, the aromatic nature of this grape variety means it will be treated as such, as an aromatic, like Sauvignon Blanc, for example, or Riesling. Now, this means inert, temperature-controlled vessels and released from the winery specifically very quickly to make these lovely fruity floral examples. Now, it says Bornada up there. Please ignore that. It's nothing to do with this slide, but there are other grape varieties that are white that are found. So Chardonnay is widely planted and made into a range of styles, typically with oak and often a proportion of new oak as well. Look out for some Chenin Blanc, Sauvignon Blanc, Semillon, and also Viognier. The traditional low-quality variety, which is Pedro Jimenez, which is not the same as Pedro Jimenez in southern Spain, is used for less important wines, cheaper wines for the domestic market. But there is a big plantation of it, and there are some, certainly modern, more natural producers making some interesting skin contact expressions from Pedro Jimenez. Well, that brings me to a conclusion of that video on the grape varieties. If you have any comments or questions, please do get in touch. The next video is on Mendoza and will be available to only those of you who are subscribing to the e-learning platform. The same with video 4, and video 4 will also have me running through some short written answer questions. If you do have any questions or comments, get in touch. But I've been Jimmy Smith for A Class, Glass or Bottle. Ciao for now.